Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
All right. The first book I'm going to go on ahead and knock out.
Dude, your face
What'd I
is
do?
awesome, dude. That was crazy.
First book I'm going to knock out of the way is Vampirella.
Uh-huh.
This is issue number 2 of Vampirella Mind Warp. And like where we last left off, she had been disembodied by this sorceress chick who wanted to try and take Vampirella's body so that she could have infinite life. And so Vampirella is kind of locked out of time, and she's in the mind of her earlier self back in the 60s, which is where Vampirella debuted. And they do kind of cover her up, which bothers me a little bit. It's like, I get it, you know, sexy female character, skimpy outfit, and they keep trying to nerf Vampirella, and that bothers the shit out of me, because her costume was originally designed by a very, like, renowned feminist to this day, and it was all about women's sexual freedom when she designed this original costume.
Right.
So it bothers me that they try to cover her up. Anyway, needless to say, this book is all fluff, but the story, it does circle around like Vampirella trying to get back to her body and keep this sorceress chick from taking it over. It was the weakest book I read this week. I'm going to give it a few more issues to see where it goes. And if it doesn't pick up, I'm going to have to drop it. Would I give this a recommend? Probably not. Shock Shop is back. Now, this book I recommend. This book is a little different from another book that I have. And the next book, you're going to be like, oh, shit. And you're going to want to read it. But this, it is a direct follow-up to the last time I reviewed Shock Shop. And it has the other 2 parts of those stories. And I'm a little drunk right now, so I can barely remember those stories. One is about a dude who moved into a house that was haunted, but in a good way. But now, like, that haunted house that's looking out for him is like, yeah, it's a fun haunted house. Just killed the stepdad of his children because he was kind of a prick to that. You know how it is, folks.
Right,
You know,
I got you.
You got kids with a chick, and then y'all break up, and then she starts treating you like shit, but this new guy, you know how
they
it is.
kill him.
Anyway, you get revenge in this book. So this book is for you. And of course, I chose the B cover because look at that. That shit's fucking dope. But
is it like a HAL 9000 sort of situation?
kind of. The other story in this is Lovecraftian, and I can hardly remember that. But
Did you like it?
I mean, it is unimaginable.
yeah, exactly. The second half of this one is a Lovecraftian story, and it's about this group of people being lost in the woods, and one of their friends is taken, and like they find him, but it looks like he's been like dead 10 years, but they had just lost him.
Oh, shit.
And then like the girlfriend of the guy starts freaking out and trying to find him, and she runs into the woods.
Yeah.
She encounters this thing, but it's fucking with her head. So she's like, I thought I lost you, but it's not. And it's just this huge tentacle monster. And now it's going to start wreaking havoc upon the rest of them. I gotta say, I like Shock Shop, but
Oh, here we go.
the next book, Creep Show, is back.
Nice.
And oh my god, this is the goriest book I have read in like 5 years. Blood, guts, violence.
Nice.
This is Creep Show like you remember. Like if you ever read Creep Show back in the past or seen the original Creep Show movies, Tom Savini, some of his early work is on display in those Creep Show movies. I highly suggest you go and watch them. But for me, like when they announced this book, I was like, I need this book. And I was not disappointed. You get like, oh, look at the art. That's
awesome.
Nostalgic as fuck. You get the creeper just being all fucking. Oh, is that glare too bad?
Yeah, there you go. You got it. Yeah.
Oh, look at that art. It's just so fucking
That
phenomenal.
is lovely.
That's great.
I love it to fucking death. And like, of course, it ends in like typical Creep Show fashion where nobody learns any lessons. Everyone fucking dies.
That's so great.
It's bloody. It's gory. It's brilliant.
We got spaghetti.
I've missed it.
We just had spaghetti.
The next part of this story is about a family trying to hire like you know, like it's a divorced couple with problems, and they try and hire like that birthday entertainment for the kid, and they're trying to get a clown. And it's like, what kind of kid wants a clown?
Yeah, who has ever
No
asked for
kid
that?
has
Yeah.
ever wanted a fucking clown to show up.
Like, when did that become a trope?
Right after John Wayne Gacy.
Like, I was a kid in 1997.
That's horrific to think about.
I know, right? That's pretty much when it ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you're thinking about getting a clown for your kid, don't.
No.
Never
Never.
do that. Do the petting zoo. That's more fun.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Let them get bit from handing corn over to fucking random ass animals.
Yeah, like if your kid doesn't
Teaches
get
them a
bit by a
lesson.
donkey, did your kid actually live?
Right.
But anyway,
Stop getting clowns for your kids just because you.
Possum
Quit
bites
letting,
are fine, too.
quit letting the jackass bite you. All right, here we go.
But yeah, Creep Show is the shit. I highly recommend it. It is a great story. The second part of this is, you know, kid, you know, gets birthday entertainment. Birthday entertainment happens to be a real monster. Starts eating everybody. But in this one, the monster loses.
Oh, shit.
They managed to save everybody, so that kind of disappointed me. I like it when everyone dies.
Everyone needs to die.
Like, did they save everybody?
Everyone.
Well, like, how did he know he was trying to eat everybody then?
Because he was literally eating everybody.
Then who died?
Yeah.
No one died.
But he was eating people.
He was eating
I'm
them
going to
whole.
crawl away
For some
while he's
reason, he didn't chew
snacking
them
on
up.
my
He didn't bite
pancreas.
their heads off.
Wow.
He just ate them whole.
What a fucking idiot.
Who the fuck? Like, you deserve to lose, you stupid monster.
Yeah,
But that is.
he had it
It
coming.
was entertaining and it was funny.
That's
And
great. That's great.
Creep Show, get it. If you're not reading Creep Show, go read it.
That's awesome.
You're missing out. And that brings me to my last book, which is actually something that everybody knows, and that is Spider-Man.
Spooderman.
And if you notice from the cover, well, that looks like a goblin hood, except it's drawn by John Romita Jr., so it sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
That's terrible.
Zeb Wells is writing this, and Zeb Wells is a great writer. Seriously, Marvel, give Zeb Wells a better artist than John Romita Jr. I would like for you to dig up John Romita Sr. and put a pencil in his hand, because I'm pretty sure you can do better than this shit. But I digress. This book sees the return. Shush.
Damn.
Don't you give me no sass. This book sees the return of a famed and favorite.
That's great.
This book sees the return of a famed and favored Spider-Man villain, the Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
If you grew up
Absolutely.
watching the 90s animated series, Hobgoblin was actually who you were introduced to first.
Yeah.
In comics, it was Green Goblin. It's kind of
Yep.
like that thing in anime where anyway. However, we don't know exactly who this Hobgoblin is. Now, it's suspected to be Ned Leeds, but we actually see Kingsley in this book. And it's interesting because it sets it up as Green Goblin is still doing some dirty dealings, but it's not. Green Goblin, you know, Norman Osborn has turned over a new leaf. And it's Ned Leeds who brings this to Peter Parker's attention, because Ned Leeds he's a reporter again.
Right.
You know? And he's like, I figured, you know, Peter would want in on this story because it's a pretty huge story.
Right.
And Peter's like, I'm working for Norman now. That's not what I'm trying to do, but I am going to dig into it my own way.
Yeah.
So he shows up as Spider-Man. And, of course, this is actually about Norman. Like, Norman's business empire grew because when he was locked up, Hobgoblin took over because he found one of Green Goblin's stashes.
Mm-hmm.
And then used Ned Leeds as his patsy to be the
Gotcha.
Hobgoblin before it was revealed that, you know, Kingsley was actually the Hobgoblin. So when Norman got out, he took over Kingsley's empire, and that's how Oscorp grew to be as big as it is. So this comes full circle, and Green Goblin is handing back Kingsley's, you know, businesses, except for the fashion industry because it failed. Go figure. Anyway, their little meeting is interrupted, even though Spider-Man's there keeping an eye on it, by a Hobgoblin. And we don't know if this is Ned Leeds or not. But that seems to be what it's pointing to, but I got a feeling that it's going to be someone completely different. Now, I want you to answer this question real quick. How many characters have had the mantle of Hobgoblin in Spider-Man comics?
4?
Close.
Okay. I have no idea.
3.
3. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Yes, baby.
Thank you, honey.
Really good guess. Even though I may have said it earlier.
Okay.
But yes, there was Robert Kingsley, Ned Leeds. Kingsley is the one everyone knows, and the third one was Phil Urich.
Okay.
But who knows? It could be a completely new character. It could be one of these returning characters. We'll find out in the next issue, and that is it for the comic verse.